Hi everyone, welcome back to Sedona International Film Festival 2022. I'm Tonya June Moore, and a huge special shout out to Yavapai College this year. That's where all the action is happening for the Sedona International Film Festival. This is the VIP room, the media room, the workshops, and they are incredible partners. So thank you so much for being here with us and supporting the Sedona International Film Festival. Our hashtags this year are hashtag Sedona International Film Festival and Sedona International Film Festival 2022. I have a returning favorite, a personal favorite of mine in the seat. Please introduce yourself and your film.
My name is Myles Yaksich, and I'm the writer and director of Albatross.
I know you brought a trailer for us,
Yep.
and we will watch the trailer. Your films make me they're just beautiful in so many ways, and they're idyllic in so many ways, and they're also strange in so many ways. So let's check your trailer out, and then we'll get into total talking about it.
Great.
The couple is followed by an albatross. A large bird. A good omen.
You must be the Millers. Come in. Lloyd won't be long. He's just finishing treating a patient.
I'm in session, Carol.
They're here.
Who?
The Millers. Dinner, remember? Tradition rests upon fear.
The fear of change.
I'm not scared.
Well, you should be.
There's a natural order to things
So that's what you learned in medical school.
in life.
We're cutting the evening short.
What happened?
I wanted you to hear it from me, not her.
She'll never understand your struggle, Thomas. It's tough being on the outside, looking in.
These aren't our people.
And we don't ask just anyone you know.
The club is the foundation of our community.
Very exclusive.
Sorry.
Let's go back.
So much of our life is waiting for flowers to bloom. If I can make them bloom forever, why shouldn't I?
Darling, congratulations on your first feature film.
Thank you.
This is a real accomplishment, and it's very well done. I mean, it really is beautiful, but where did this come from? How many social issues can you tackle in one film and make it all make sense? All the questions. There's so many good things in this.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment, and I'm really proud of the film and our entire team that came together. We made this during the pandemic, as most of the films, I think, at this festival were made during 2020 or 2021. And it really was a product of kind of the global pandemic in terms of the story coming together and the team. And it was shot all in Canada, where I'm from originally. So it was like a huge team effort to bring this.
My litmus test is if I'm uncomfortable in any way, I know I'm watching something good. And I was uncomfortable pretty much from the get-go.
I hope that's, yeah, okay.
In a good way. I mean, it's no, that's a huge compliment. I mean, it was like watching The Office. I was always uncomfortable with Steve Carell's character, right? I was like, what is he doing? You know. So, why this? Why were you attracted to this story?
So the story itself came about. I started writing this during COVID when we were all in quarantine. And in terms of the issues you talked about, there's a lot of social issues that are discussed and explored in this film. And I think that was the sentiment, and still is the sentiment, of what people are dealing with right now. And it's something I noticed actually in the last 2 days of the films that I've seen, a huge theme of those films, and they were both documentaries, but it is this idea of like divisive culture right now. And I think my channel of exploring that was creating a narrative, a fictional story about a time where ideas were explored and discussed in a different way than they are today.
Yes.
And so I think it's interesting that a lot of those ideas are manifesting in our creative work in such different platforms. But so yeah, I started writing this during the pandemic, and it was about how, I'm exploring there's sexuality, there's race relations, age, gender, so like a bunch of different topics that I think we just need to confront and acknowledge. Economic status, yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. There's so many social issues in this, and you tackled them all extremely well. And the cast, how did you cast this? Because the cast is brilliant.
Cast is phenomenal. So as I said, we shot this in Canada, and part of that requirement was using an all-Canadian cast, and which was fantastic. And because of COVID, all of our theaters, we have a very strong theater community in Canada, so all of our theaters weren't really doing any shows or anything. We were in quarantine for a long time, so I got to tap into our theater community and got amazing performances from top tier theatrical talent in Canada. It was such a pleasure to work with them. We could run 8 pages. There's a sequence in the film, the script pages, I think it was 9 pages, and we could just run 9-page takes without having to break. And it's all 4 at the dinner table. It was so much fun to watch and play and work with them.
There's when you're on a movie set, especially something like this, that's a period piece.
Yes.
Multiple storylines going on all at the same time, lots of innuendo that nobody's talking about. It seems like everybody was just gelled together, and not only the actors, but all the people. You could feel it. If you're a filmmaker, I feel like the filmmakers here will go, oh my goodness, I'll eat everybody who was in this room.
Yeah, and I think the story, what's appealing about it is because it is a bit of an ensemble cast. We have kind of 4 main leads and 10 cast in total. And really, you can attach yourself to one or more of the characters. And I think from even the crew side, when we were sending the script around to get the story read by people to see if they're interested in working on the project, that I think is what was one of the benefits, is that you could really attach on to one of those issues, one of the characters that appeals to you. And I hope that also translates to audiences when they watch the film.
Well, and we've been talking at the festival. What I loved about it in so many ways was that you fall in love with the character and then you fall out of love with them, almost in the same breath. You feel uncomfortable with the character and you're already judging them, and then you have to back off that judgment because you see where they're coming from. It's we're talking a lot about unity this week. It's such a unifying film of really taking a look at our own belief systems.
And the movie that was last night, State of Unity, I think, right? I really liked the way that the filmmakers were talking about judgment and not judging, right? And the idea of where ignorance leads to hate or fear of differences. And I think just acknowledging differences and different point of opinions doesn't mean that you have to hate someone. That's in such a strong emotional response.
You can just agree to disagree.
Exactly. Just acknowledge and try to understand. And the truth is, we are all different people coming from different experiences. We might not ever be able to understand, right?
Isn't that the beauty of humanity?
Totally. But it doesn't have to lead to this horrible outcome,
right?
Which some of our characters might have.
Yes.
And other characters don't. So
when are you showing here?
Thursday at 7, and I've been putting flyers around that say 7:30. So it's 7 at the Performing Arts Center.
At SPAC. And get your tickets for this one. You're going to want to see it. It's such a wild, wonderful, beautiful ride. I'm honored to have you in the seat again.
You.
I can't wait to see you come back with something else.
I'm really happy to be here. And this is our world premiere. So
Another world premiere.
yeah, so come out. We're also going to have Romaine Waite, who's one of the lead casts, is here, and our executive producer, Jenny Lou Tugin, who's behind the Free Willy and Lethal Weapon franchises, and our cinematographer, Dylan Shapshay, is coming in as well. So for the Q&A after,
Wow.
it'll be a good group.
And your
of-
website, where can people keep up?
Our website is albatross-thefilm.com. And we've also got T-shirts and some hats up there, so which is all going to help us with marketing the film.
Yes.
And then also our Instagram is albatross_film. And that would be great if you follow, and you'll learn more about making the film, tons of behind the scenes about our cast, and also where you can see our next screenings.
Watch for this guy. You're going to see him everywhere. I just have a feeling. Stay tuned. We'll have another wonderful filmmaker in the seat very shortly. And Myles, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Tonya. Thank you.